Janmaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janmaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavala Bhagavadari Gopi Janavala Bhagavadari Yashodanandana Braja Janmaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janmaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajikacharya Astatar Shri Shrimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajikacharya Astatar Shri Shrimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Srila Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shri Kartik Mas Maha Mahotsava Ki Jai Shri Govardhan Puja Maha Mahotsava Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada's Tirubhav Titi Maha Mahotsava Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to these summer devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to these summer devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shishi Guru, Shishi Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shmati Bhakti Vedanta Samidame. Namaste Saraswati Devi Guru Chani. Nivashesha Srinivadi Prasastane. Can you hand me this asana there? That cushion? That cushion? Can you just... Thank you. So I was told Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 6, text number 10. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
7, 6, 10.
Okay, very good. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Nasta Praishu Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 6, chapters entitled Prahlad Instructs His Schoolmates. Today, text number 10. Please repeat after me. Konyartha Trishna Vishrajet Konartha Pranebhyo Piya Ipsitaha Kam Krinatya Subhi Prishtais Taskara Sevakovani Konyartha Trishnam Vishriche Pranebhyo Piya Ipsitaha Yam Krinatya Subhi Prishtais Taskara Sevakovani Konyartha Trishnam Vishriche Pranebhyo piya ipsitaha Yam krinatya subhi prishtais Taskara sevako vanik Konyata Trishtam Visrijet Pranebhyo piya ipsitaha Yam krinatya subhi prishtais Taskara sevako vanik Konyata Trishtam Visrijet Pranebhyo piya ipsitaha Yam krinatya subhi prishtais Taskara sevako vanik. Please chant. Kulvartam Krishna Visrijet Pranebhyo piya ipsitaha
Yam krinati ashubhi preshtais Taskaraha sevako vanik
Konyatha Krishna Visrijet Pranebhyo piya ipsita Yam krinatya subhi preshtai Taskara sevako vani
Vaishnavis. Namadam Tristam Visvajet Pranebhyo piya ipsitaha Yam krinatya subhiprishtas Taskara sevako vanik. Anyone else? Konyata Trishtam Visrijet Pranebhyo piya ipsitaha Yam krinatya subhiprishtas Taskara sevako vanik. Word for word translation, synonyms. Kaha, who, knew, indeed, Artha Trishnam, a strong desire to acquire money. Visrajet, can give up. Pranebhyaha, then life. Api, indeed. Yaha, which. Ipsitaha, more desired. Yam, which. Krinati, tries to acquire. Asubhihi, with his own life. Prashtehi, very dear. Taskaraha, a thief. Sevakaha, a professional servant. Vanik, a merchant. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Money is so dear that one conceives of money as being sweeter than honey. Therefore, who can give up the desire to accumulate money, especially in household life? Thieves, professional servants, soldiers, and merchants try to acquire money even by risking their very dear lives. Purport. How how money can be dearer than life is indicated in this verse. Thieves may enter the house of a rich man to steal money at the risk of their lives. Because of trespassing, they may be killed by guns or attacked by watchdogs, but still they try to commit burglary. Why do they risk their lives? Only to get some money. Similarly, a professional soldier is recruited into the army, and he accepts such service with the risk of dying on the battlefield only for the sake of money. In the same way, merchants go from one country to another on boats at the risk of their lives. Or they dive into the water of the sea to collect pearls and valuable gems. Thus it is practically proved, and everyone will admit, that money is sweeter than honey. One may risk everything to acquire money, and this is especially true of rich men who are too attached to household life. Formerly, of course, the members of the higher castes, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, everyone but the Shudras, were trained in the Gurukula to adhere to a life of renunciation and sense control by practicing brahmacharya and mystic yoga. Then they were allowed to enter household life. There have consequently been many instances in which great kings and emperors have given up household life. Although they were extremely opulent and were the masters of kingdoms, they could give up all their possessions because they were trained early as brahmacharis. Prahlad Maharaj's advice is therefore very appropriate. Komara acharat pragyo dharman bhagavatam iha durlabam manusham janma tadyapya dhruvam artadham. One who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary, like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Human society should take advantage of this instruction. Once again, the verse, Kurnarta Trishnam Vishvajet Pranebhyopi Ya Ipsitaha Yam Krinatya Subhi Prashtais Taskara Sevako Vanik Om Jnana Tamrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadhati Svapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachadeshatarane Vancha kalpatrubhyascha Kripa sindubhya eva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees for this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Haribol. Before I begin to speak, I seek the blessings of all the devotees present, especially His Grace Anupam Krishna Prabhu, who has so kindly come, distributing the message of Krishna consciousness. Burida Janaha, such a person is very magnanimous and merciful. And all of you Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, you are all very merciful, participating in Srila Prabhupada's mission, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, to give this message of Krishna consciousness all over the world, which is the medicine for the diseases of the modern age, not only the modern age, but any age. Because anytime we come to this material world, there'll be great distresses in every age. So before I begin to speak, I seek the blessings of all the devotees present. Please give me your blessings that I can speak for my own purification. Thank you, thank you. Haribol, thank you so much. I'm grateful to all of you. So in today's verse, we're reading this 7th canto, 6th chapters entitled Prahlad Instructs His Demoniac Schoolmates. And in today's verse, we're hearing about Artha Trishnam. Artha means money, and Trishnam, according to the word for word, is a strong desire to acquire money. Money is the honey. Everyone wants to get money. And Artha means money, and Trishnam in other places of the Bhagavatam is defined as thirst. Like when you want to drink water, and if you don't have water, you get more and more thirsty. So people, they want to drink money. And if they don't have money, they get more and more thirsty to drink money or to get money. So Artha Trishnam, it's a thirst. It's a thirst for money. In the purport today, Srila Prabhupada describes how the Gurukul system was set up to teach, especially the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, and the Vaishyas, partially sense control, to control their senses. Because without sense control, one will just try to drink money endlessly. So it requires a certain amount of sense control to control this thirst for money, that we're thirsty for money, but we control ourselves. So this is a very important teaching in Krishna consciousness, the control of the senses. There's a very important verse from the Upadeshamrita, the Nectar of Instruction, text number 1. Vacha vegam manasa kroda vegam, vacha vegam manaso kroda vegam, jiva vegam udara pasta vegam, jiva vegam udara pasta, etan vegan yo vishaheta dira, etan vegan yo vishaheta dira, sarvam apimam pritivim sashishat, sarvam apimam that vacha means speech, vega means a pushing. Vacha vegam, manasa jiva vegam. Manasa means mind and jiva means the tongue, and vega means pushing. So we're experiencing these pushings, the pushings of the speech, the mind, the desire to taste. Jiva vegam, the tongue is tasting. Udar vacha vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udar apasta vegam. Udar means the stomach and upasta means the genitals. So in addition to the mind and speech and taste, there's a pushing of the stomach. Fill me up, give me more food. And the genitals also to engage in activities, sense gratification. So it's interesting, udara pasta vegam, sometimes it's described that we want to eat so many things. I just came from Italy. People, devotees, everyone, they like pizza and pasta. So sometimes we say udara pasta vegam, the pushings of the pasta. You know, we want to eat pasta. Etan veganyo vishahitadira. So one should learn to control these pushings of the vegans, of the senses. Etan veganyo vishahita dira. One should be dira. Dira means sober. We see dihinosmin yata dehe komaram yovanam jara tata dehantaras praptir. Diras, this word dira is used, sober. So diras tatra namuyati. A sober person is not disturbed. We should be sober in Krishna consciousness. Vacha vegam manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam udara pasta vegan, etan vegan yo vishahetadira, sarvam apimam prativim shashishat. A person who can control these pushings, dira, in a sober mood, is qualified to make disciples all over the world. And every Vaishnava should aspire to come to the platform where they can instruct others, share Krishna consciousness with others in an effective way, so that their hearts are changed, their hearts are transformed. Lord Chaitanya, he said, all of you, you should become gurus. Just Krishna Upadesh, you have to just give this instruction. Guru Hoy, Tara Aidesh, and save the world. So it's not just those that sit on the Vyasasan and offer Diksha ceremony and hand out beads and names, but all Vaishnavas, all Vaishnavis, they should have the capacity to instruct others on the science of Krishna consciousness and be practicing Krishna consciousness in a sincere way, so that others' hearts can be transformed by hearing this message. We are just like postal peons. We are the messengers. Just like a man gives us an envelope with $1 million in it and gives us an address and says that, give this to Anupam Krishna Prabhu. So we take the envelope, and we may be paupers, we may not have any money, but if we just distribute that message without any adulteration, then His Grace Anupam Krishna Prabhu becomes a millionaire. Haribol. So all of us, we've been entrusted with this message of Krishna consciousness, these teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. All we need to do is deliver it to others. And of course, we should follow those teachings ourselves. That will give the message even more potency. That is the meaning of acharya. Acharya means one who teaches by example. So we have to live these teachings in our own lives. And one of the teachings that we're learning today is to try to overcome artha krishnam, this thirst for wealth. So we need to be able to control our senses, vachavegam, manasa krodhavegam. It's a pushing of the mind, artha trishnam. We have in our mind, oh, I need money. If only I had $1 million. You know, it's so much times this question comes up in my mind. If only I had $1 million. But this is a vacha, this is a manasa vegam, a pushing of the mind. It makes our mind thirsty, trishnam, artha trishnam, thirsty for wealth. So let's see what Prahlad Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada say in the purport about this artha trishnam today. They're illuminating more about this artha trishnam. So we see devotees like, or personalities like Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, oh, it's changed. Next comes Narada Muni. So Hiranyakashipu is performing tremendous austerities. Can you see the slide? See if you can wake her up. Haribol. What's her name? Yeah, can you see the slide? You see the slides, it helps you stay awake. That's why I put them here. Can you translate for her? Can you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Okay, good. Jai ho, jai ho. So Hiranyakashipu, he underwent tremendous austerities, standing on his tiptoes and putting his hands in the air. We put our hands in the air during kirtan. We chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we're taught to keep our hands in the air, but after 5 minutes we get tired, right? So then imagine Hiranyakashipu for thousands of years keeping his arms up. Why? Because he wanted to get power. And part of that power was he wanted to get wealth. And so people will do so many things to get power and wealth, so many austerities. So Narada Muni came and he blessed Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. And Prahlad was sitting with his classmates and they were asking him, how did you get all this knowledge, Prahlad? And Prahlad said, I got this knowledge in the womb. When my mother, Kayadu, she was in the ashram of Narada Muni. And Narada Muni instructed her on Bhagavatam. And Prahlad said, I was in the womb at that time. And she forgot, but I remembered everything. So we learn a lesson. When you're pregnant with a child in the womb, it's important what they hear. To read Bhagavatam, to read Bhagavad Gita, to hear bhajans. When I was in the womb of my mother, she learned to play guitar. And now I know how to play the guitar. And when my friend Vishvambar from the Mayapuris, when he was in his mother's womb, Ananga Manjari Mataji, she was playing the mridanga. And when he came out, he was playing Dagitette Nakadena, Dagitette Nakadena, Dagitette Nakadena, Dagitette Nakadena. He was playing like so amazingly. So very important what the child hears in the womb. So Prahlad heard from Narada Muni. So today we hear about geld, dengi, or money, always sweeter than honey, right? So everybody is looking for wealth. It's just so sweet. And the world is burning in this lust after money, this artha trishnam on a hot day. If you're so thirsty for water and there's no water available, how do you feel? You feel practically like you're on fire. So the whole world is just burning in this artha trishnam, this desire for wealth. And as a result of this desire for wealth, there are 3 classes of people mentioned today in today's verse that will risk their lives. And there are many more besides these 3. They'll risk their lives to get money. The first one is a thief, a burglar, who will break into someone's house in order to get money. And it's mentioned in the purport today. Srila Prabhupada says the thief can be killed or attack dogs can attack the thief. Once one Sankirtan devotee visited someone's home, and he knocked on the gate, and the householder said, "Come in, come in." And he went inside the gate and he was walking towards the house, and there were geese. Do you know what is a geese? It's like a duck. Do you know what is a duck? It's a kind of bird. Quack, 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 quack. And they have these bills. So the geese have their strong necks, and they were attack geese. And the geese attacked the devotee. Bang, bang, like this. And the devotee had to run. So anyone trying to break into someone's house may be attacked by attack geese or dogs or even killed. I used to watch YouTube. I don't watch YouTube anymore. I blocked YouTube on all my devices. But when I used to watch YouTube, I saw one video that one man was in his house, and some young boys, some thieves, they broke into the house, and the man was pow, 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 pow. He was shooting at them, and they started running away, and some of them were hit with bullets, and there was a whole court case. Have any of you seen videos like that? No? Good thing you don't watch the YouTube I used to watch. But horrible what goes on. People risk their lives by trying to steal something. The next category we see of people willing to risk their lives for money is that of the mercenary soldier. There is a class of men that will fight on the battlefield for countries that are conducting wars on a payment basis. So let's say we're fighting a war, one country versus another country, and we want to get more soldiers. So sometimes people will hire themselves out to any country. They don't care this country or that country. As long as they give money, the soldiers are willing to fight for the other country. And the soldiers are risking their lives on the battlefield. They're paid money to risk their lives. So this is why Artha Trishnam. Artha Trishnam, the thirst for money, risking one's life for money. The third class that Prabhupada mentions actually it's not Prabhupada, it's Prahlad Maharaj. We have Taskaraha, Sevako, Vanik. So Taskara was the thief, Sevako was the paid soldier, and Vanik. Vanik means the Vaishya, the merchant. So someone will get on a ship to make money, to do business, and they'll travel across the ocean. And on the ocean, especially in the old days when people had sailing ships and there were no motors and boats were made of wood and not of metal or even of skin. Boats were made of skin. Very, very dangerous. So the merchants would be risked. Pirates could attack them. And there could be fires on the ship. Even the Titanic was said to never be sinkable. It also sunk. Very, very dangerous. So even today, people are involved in dangerous Vanik activities. We have cryptocurrency, and we have different scams and systems on the internet. Recently, I was invited for a temple opening ceremony in Burma. And Burma is now on a code 4 most dangerous country to visit. Of the countries, the most dangerous is code 4, because the government has had so many difficulties, and there's so many thieves and robbers there, and there's so many landmines in the ground, and it's a very, very difficult place. So I decided not to go there. So dangerous. And they kidnap tourists, and they force you to work in a scam center. They force you to sit there. You're like under knife point or gunpoint, and you have to call people and say, I lost my job. Please send $1,000 to this address. So like this, very, very dangerous. People are really risking a lot. For what purpose? Artha Trishnam. Because of this thirst for money. People are so much thirsty for money. So there's an interesting story I'll share with you, that there was a woman and her husband told her that when I'm getting ready to die, when I'm dead, please bury me and go to the bank, take out all my money and put the money in the box, in the casket when I die. So her friend said, "Oh, my dear friend, how can I do that? How can you do that? What will happen to you? You won't have any money. Please reconsider." So the lady did not know what to do. Then the time came. Her husband died. And there was a big box, and everyone was coming around the box and crying and weeping. Ah, 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 he's dead, ah. And then, just before they put the box in the ground, the lady ran forward with an envelope and put the envelope in the box. And they closed the box, put it in the ground, put on the dirt, and they filled up the grave. And then after the ceremony, her friends came to her and they said, "What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?" And she said, "I went to the bank. I took out a check. I put it in the box. If he can cash it, he can spend it." I don't know if you caught the joke. She went to the bank and took a check, right? And then she put the check in the box. It wasn't cash, okay? If he can cash it, he can spend it. Of course he can't cash it. Of course he can't cash it because he's dead. So the point is, we have this artha trishnam. We want to acquire wealth. But ultimately, when we go and leave this world, can we take anything with us? Can we take our wealth with us? Yes or no? No. No, we cannot take our artha with us at the time of death. The only thing we can take with us at the time of death is our devotional service. Neha bikramo nashosti pratyavaya na vidyate swalpapamapasya dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Jai Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. In this endeavor of devotional service, there's no loss, no diminution, and even a little advancement on this path can save us from the most dangerous type of fear. So she put him in the box and put in the check, but of course, he could not spend it. So even if we become big, rich, fat cats, as we say in America, fat cat, if we become big, rich men, then we won't be able to take it with us at the time of death. Therefore, we're so grateful to Srila Prabhupada, because Srila Prabhupada has given us the means to overcome this artha trishnam. Vishaya vinivartante, Vishaya vinivartante, Niraharasya dehinaha, Niraharasya dehinaha, Rasavarjam rasopyasya, Rasavarjam rasopyasya, Param drisva nivartate, Param drisva nivartate. That we can give up the lower taste, the desire for artha trishnam, only by getting a higher taste, a desire for Krishna, Krishna, Krishnam. We want to get Krishna, Krishnam. Give up Artha Trishnam and get Krishna, Trishnam. Get a higher taste. Param Dristva Navartate. A higher taste. Would you like to hear a story? Yes, okay. Once I was at my base in Pandharpur, Maharashtra, near Pune. And I was very hungry, so I cooked myself my favorite preparation, which is khichdi. I love khichdi. And I ate half the khichdi prasadam, and I put the rest in the refrigerator because I was coming back in 2 days. I was going on a trip to Pune. And I was actually gone for 7 days. And when I came back, the electricity had gone, as often happens in India. And when I opened the refrigerator, the khichdi was kind of green and smelling bad, and like some fungus had kind of around the edges. But I was so hungry that I kind of warmed it up a little bit, and I started to eat it. And my friend Somya saw me eating the khichdi. And he said, "Don't eat that, you'll get sick, it's terrible. Take it, give it to me." And he started pulling it from me, and I was holding on to it and pulling it like this. And then he said, "Wait, I'll be right back." And he went running to our Govinda's restaurant, and he got a big plate, a big thali with rice, dal, sabji, chapatis, rasgullas, borscht, so many wonderful preparations. And he brought it back and he said, "Here, give me that khichdi." And I said, "Take it." So I gave him the khichdi, and I took that nice plate of wonderful Mahaprasadam, and I began to eat that Mahaprasadam. So by this lesson we learn, in order to give up the Artha Trishnam, the lower taste, we have to get a higher taste. And that higher taste is Krishna consciousness. And we can get that taste by chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is what Prahlad Maharaj is instructing his schoolmates here in the Srimad Bhagavatam about Artha Trishnam, the thirst for money, and how to overcome it with Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Are there any questions or comments? Can you say that again? Can you speak a little louder?
Did you get sick from that khichdi?
Did I get free from the khichdi?
Sick.
Sick? No, I only ate a little bit.
Was you that hungry?
I was hungry, yeah. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
I have a specific question. It's about the Bhagavatam because Hiranyakashipu did austerity for thousands of years, but he left home when his wife was pregnant. And Prahlad was just 5 years old when he was coming back. I asked this question one devotee in Simhachalam temple because there's.
What did your friend in Simhachalam say?
We both didn't know actually.
Oh, you both didn't know. So let me understand your question properly.
It's just like a time.
It's a time-related, it's a detailed time-related question.
Exactly.
I'll have to research and get back to you.
Yeah, okay.
All right? Thank you so much. Anything else? Yes, Prabhu.
Maharaj, if we have money,
Yeah.
we can go regularly to India.
If we have money, we can go to India. Twice. Kartik, Gaur Purnima.
Yes, we can traveling around the world, visit nice ISKCON temples.
Visiting nice ISKCON temples.
We can buy a nice car.
Buy a nice car and
distribute books.
distribute books.
Print books.
Yeah, print books, distribute books.
Cheap price.
Yeah.
By this money.
Yeah.
What about this?
What
Also
about
this
this?
money, also transcendental high, if we use for social service.
Yeah, can we use money for a devotional service?
Can you
Yeah.
explain this?
Yes, we can use money for devotional service. Rupa Goswami explains in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He says, Anasaktasya Vishayan, Yatarham Upayunjataha, Nirbande Krishna Sambande, Yuktam Vairagya Muchate, Yuktam Vairagya Uchate. He said we should see Krishna Sambande. We should see everything in relation to Krishna. So Krishna Sambande. So Srila Prabhupada was once shown a picture of a yogi with a big pile of money in front of him. And the yogi was going like this, pushing it away. And Srila Prabhupada said, that's not me. If you put a big pile of money in front of me, I'm going to go like this. Because I will use that money in Krishna's service. So this is Lord Chaitanya's movement, Rupa Goswami's movement, and Rupa Goswami taught us Yukta Vairagya, to utilize everything in Krishna's service, but not be attached to it for ourselves. So Srila Prabhupada taught us that principle. Does that answer your question? Yes, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Yes?
It says in the Bhagavad Gita, asked Narada for the benediction that Prahlad would be born after he was.
Can you speak a little louder, please?
It says in the Bhagavatam, in the purport, Prabhupada says that Kayadu asked Narada for the benediction.
Can I repeat what you say for the internet audience? Yeah? So Anupam Krishna Prabhu is sharing with us that in the Bhagavatam, in the purport, go ahead. Prabhupada says
that Kayadu asked Narada for a benediction.
Kayadu asked Narada for a benediction.
That her son would be born after the father would return.
That the son would be born after the father returned.
That's why he was only 5 years old.
That's why he was only 5 years old.
I have another question.
Okay.
America is like powerful, big, rich Uncle Sam. And Prabhupada even said, what is the use of being an American if you cannot do something great? But still these Americans, though you go and preach there, they're just after skill. They're not after character. Isn't it? Because also the biggest scams that are from America also. My question is more or less, how is it that people still are not pursuing good character, but just skill?
Okay, so question is, why do people pursue good skill but not good character? Yeah.
And they demand the leaders to be of good character.
And they demand that their leaders be of good character. So people are after skills and not good character because they're misdirected. The blind are leading the blind because of what the leaders are teaching. Yad yad archarati shreshtas, yad yad archarati shreshtas, tatta devataro janaha, tatta devataro janaha, sayat pramanam kurute, lokastad anuvartate, lokastad anuvartate. Whatever example a great man performs, or someone in an important position who's very visible, a leader, whatever the leader does, the people will follow. So America and so many countries around the world today, they have these leaders that are just cheating the people. And Srimad Bhagavatam explains that the people who follow the instructions of the cheating leaders are like people getting into a stone boat. So the analogy of a stone boat is given. Now, what is the important aspect of a boat? A boat should float, right? A boat should float on the water. If the boat floats on the water, it can carry us from one one location to a destination. But a stone boat, entering into stone boat, the stone boat will sink into the water, and the people will be drowned. And that is what we're experiencing today in society today, in America and in many countries around the world. People are entering into the stone boat because they've been trained in an educational system that focuses on money, artha trishnam, learn this skill and get money. That's the paradigm that they're being sold. They're not said, get good character and then you'll get money, or get good character and then you won't even need money. Because someone with renunciation, Prabhupada stresses that in the purport today, the Gurukul education is meant to learn to control the senses and to have renunciation. So if one is renounced, one does not need this artha trishnam for their own personal development. So the root cause of the problem, at least one of the root causes, is a poor educational system stressing the Shudra activities of acquiring skills as opposed to the Brahminical qualities of acquiring good character. Does that help address some of your points?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. If I may ask, I was thinking when you were speaking about money, that many years before it was not these papers, it was some gold coin or silver coin or something like this. It was different, yes, one could maybe somehow see to it more, but now we have papers. This is only paper. On the paper it is written, trust God. We trust God. You see? So it is interesting for me to understand how we can change our relationships, our feelings, our character, how we can substitute the soul with paper.
Substitute the?
Feelings and good. I mean people in the street, take books, and I mean normal people, I'm sorry. Yes? So, but nevertheless, how we can substitute our good qualities, our good relationships, our good wishes, our good thinking, when you can substitute for piece of paper.
Thank you. Thank you for your nice question. Let me see if I understand your question. You're sharing that people in society today are suffering so much, they're in so much illusion, they're just after this artha trishnam, which is now just a piece of paper. Before it was gold and silver, and even today it's just paper, even plastic, right? And even now it's just take your cell phone and scan a QR code. It's nothing. It's just some data going back and forth. So how to infuse or give the good qualities and the good teachings we have learned from Srila Prabhupada and share that into the society so that it will help them. Is that your question?
Yes, but how our people consciousness could come to such a very low level that we can substitute our love, family love even, our inclination to do something good for the piece of paper.
Right.
Because of piece of paper that people can kill. And all these wars, all these religious, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. They are coming because of a piece of paper.
So you're asking, how is it that people have become so degraded because of a piece of paper?
Yeah.
That they're even willing to kill others just for a piece of paper. And in today's verse we hear they're willing to be killed also. They're risking their lives. The taskaraha, someone who is a thief, the sevako, one who is a paid soldier, and the vanik, one who is a merchant and can go in the forest or across the ocean, just because of a piece of paper.
So diving very deep into the water to take a pearl to sell it for the piece of.
Exactly. thank you for bringing this point. Srila Prabhupada mentions this point also in the purport. People are willing to dive into the ocean, deep, deep, to get some pearl. And maybe some shark or some other animal may kill them. It's very, very dangerous. So why? Why all of this? This is Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajaguna Samudbhavaha, Mahashano Mahapatma Vidyainam Ihavarianam. Krishna says to Arjuna in Gita, Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajaguna Samudbhavaha, Rajaguna Samudbhavaha, Mahashano Mahapatma Vidyainam Ihavarianam. It is lust alone, O Arjuna, born of the material mode of passion, later transformed into wrath or anger. It's the all-devouring energy of the world, all-devouring enemy of the world. So as living entities, as human beings, we have these 6 enemies: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Matsarya, and Mud, lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, madness, illusion. So because of greed, lobh, because of these qualities, people are willing to do anything because of lust, anger, and greed. How to overcome lust, anger, and greed? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we should cooperate together as one family in the Hare Krishna movement, in ISKCON, in order to serve Srila Prabhupada and spread this message all over the world to really help people. Tomorrow is the disappearance day of His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charnaravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And Srila Prabhupada said, your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate together to keep this movement together after I am gone. So this is our love for Srila Prabhupada, to take his life's work, the translation of Srimad Bhagavatam, and these teachings, the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, the teachings of Narada Muni, the teachings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees, and help to distribute them to the best of our capacity in cooperation with other devotees to help society at large, to help them come from Artha Trishnam to Krishna Trishnam. Does that answer your question? Very nice. Thank you very much. So let us meditate throughout the day on Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day tomorrow. What is our offering? How we can serve Srila Prabhupada? And even more importantly, how can we serve Srila Prabhupada together? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare Bo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then I have some